The Boston Celtics Atlanta Hawks matchup is really intriguing to me. One of the most intriguing in the playoffs. It's you have the old guys, the veterans, against the young guys, the experienced bunch, but still not as much playoff experience as you got with the big three in the Boston Celtics. A couple of keys for the Celtics, I think, is going to be in this series is going to be Kevin Garnett's production at the 5 spot, the center. Him being moved to center after the All Star break really jump started. I would say him into being able to create a mismatch. Even though he's older guy in the league, um, he still has the quickness to get around some of the fives. So having him move to the five and him actually averaging a lot of more double doubles, almost averaging, or I think he is averaging a double double ever since the All Star break. Ever since Doc made that move, so that's going to be huge for them. Bench production is going to be huge also for the Celtics. You don't know who you're going to get it from. Hopefully they can get Michael Peters back fully at 100%. I think he'll be an excellent fit for them. One of the wild card factors, I think, for Boston if they want to make a deep run in the playoffs this year for probably the last time. And I'd say the last is going to be limiting the Atlanta Hawks from fast break points. Like I said, this Atlanta Hawk team can run. They like to use their athleticism out there. So that's something that they can really watch out for. And I think Boston's going to have to try to create a lot of second chance opportunities for them on the offensive side of the court. A couple of keys for the Atlanta Hawks to figure out is going to be what are they going to do at the 5 spot? Who they're going to have guarding Kevin Garnett? Do they go Josh Smith? Al Horford said that he's not going to be playing. He's still recovering from that torn pectoral muscle that he had earlier this season. Zaza Pachulia, I don't know if he's going to be playing this first round, or he might miss game 1 or 2. He might play. I really don't know. Nobody really knows right about now. But how are they going to match up, especially with him at the 5, and if they put Josh Smith on him, even though Josh Smith is about 6'8", 6'9", that's still about 4. That's a 4-inch difference, and just getting that shot over, or just getting that fadeaway mid-range shot that Kevin Garnett loves. So I want to see what they do with the size. Rebounding is going to be another key for him. Like I said, being able to get out on the break, defensive rebounding. This Boston team is not one of the best. They're like one of the worst defensive rebounding and rebounding teams in this whole in the playoffs. I think they're ranked about 30th. So if they can find a way to get those extra rebounds and get out on the break and have the Boston Celtics in a track meet, that would be also good for them. And another thing would be probably perimeter defense is definitely going to be key for the Atlanta Hawks. The Boston Celtics, one of the best 3-point shooting teams, I think, percentage-wise. Paul Pierce has been shooting phenomenal from beyond the arc. You got guys like Sasha Pavlovich who can stroke it outside from the arc. Who else? You got Ray Allen, of course, 3-point king. So, and Avery Bradley likes that, love those corner 3 shots. So that's going to be something to really, for them to, they got to be really cognizant of being able to guard the perimeter and not let the Boston Celtics get on a roll. The one matchup to watch out for in this series, I think, is going to be the Joe Johnson Avery Bradley dynamic of this game. I don't know if Doc's gonna start Avery Bradley off, but Avery Bradley is one of the best on-ball defenders we have in this league, and I think he'll be a guy that can probably give Joe Johnson some fits. Avery Johnson is very good at running around, fighting through screens. So he's a very smart basketball player on the defensive end. So I want to see how Avery Bradley defends Joe Johnson and vice versa. If Avery Bradley could take advantage of his athleticism on the court against Joe Johnson. A couple of players to watch out for. I would say Jeff Teague, especially for, I think, if he can, he's starting to build his resume of being a very solid point guard in this league. One of the most underrated point guards, in my opinion, in basketball. So seeing him, how he's gonna mature and go up against Rondo, one of the premier point guards in this league. He's a guy to really watch out for. Marvin Williams is a guy who plays that stretch four, small four, power four position. Could stroke it from the outside, could take you off the dribble. He's going to be a key if the Atlanta Hawks have any chance in this series. They're going to definitely need production from him, coming from if it's blocking shots, getting on the boards, and like I said, making those outside jumpers. That's going to be key. Boston Celtics, a couple of key players. Of course, you got to say, I think Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce is going to have to. He's going to have to get it going offensively for them. As you can see, Paul Pierce down the stretch, he's really starting to get his offensive game back. He's starting to get that rhythm back, and he's looking like the truth again. So Paul Pierce is definitely gonna be one of a major player to watch out for. And got to say Rondo, the guy who's the table setter for that team now. Everybody always used to say that the Rondo made the big Rondo. The reason why he got a championship because of the big three, and he's not a really good point guard. But without Rondo, I don't think that team is anywhere. Even when he was a younger player, I don't think that team is the same without Rondo. So Rondo's the fire starter for that team. He's the key for the card. He's everything for that team, and I think he's going to have a huge series. Maybe close to triple double numbers averaging. So look out for him, and if he can get that outside, if he can knock down a couple of outside jumpers, I don't see Atlanta having a chance in this series. I've been going back and forth with this. Something tells me, I think that the Atlanta Hawks are going to win, and I'm on the other side of the fence where I believe that the Boston Celtics can either do one or two things. I think they can get to the Eastern Conference Finals, or they're going to lose in this in the first round. And home court, I think, is really going to probably be something. Maybe the Atlanta fans actually come out and support their team. But I think this series is going to go 6 or 7, and I'm going to jump out on a limb, and I'm going to pick the Hawks in 7. I think the Hawks are going to take this in 7. I think just the athleticism. I think it actually kind of helps. The schedule actually helps the Celtics, but I just think that the younger legs of the Hawks, and I think the Hawks are always a team that's always been that close, and they never had experience. Now they've had about 3-4 years together in the playoffs. I think they're ready to hopefully make that next jump and become a very good team, and not a team that always is a first round exit team. So I'm picking I'm picking the Atlanta Hawks. Excuse me. I'm picking the Atlanta Hawks in 7 games to win this series. Let me know what you guys think about it. Who you think is winning? Do you think I'm crazy for picking the Boston Celtics to lose in 7? Even though this might be their last hurrah as a team. The team definitely, I think, is going to get broken up for what I'm being told. So, but I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.